Welcome to Nerds Talking the Podcast. This episode is dedicated to our friend Joya Valentine and Frankenstein. 9 years of love. You'll be missed. Hey, cheer up, buddy. We're here for you. I'll start the show. Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking the Podcast. Welcome to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Carlos and I'm Lafayette. The buck stops there. That's it. Just us on this special edition of Nerds Talking because we're going to talk Roadhouse. A lot of Roadhouse. Also, we watched some other stuff, but Roadhouse is what we watched. I watched both Roadhouse. I watched the one from 88 or is it 89? And then I watched the newest Roadhouse from 2024, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. So I think you have to watch both, or do you? No, you don't. If you've never seen the original Roadhouse from 1989, don't worry, you don't have to watch it to enjoy the remake. Not really a remake. I mean, I don't know how I'd call it. It's not a reboot. Well, I guess it's more of a reboot than a remake. I don't know how.
Like Joey said, Joey Valentine, influenced by. That's probably the best way to put it.
Inspired by.
Inspired by. Right.
Not influenced. Inspired by.
No, inspired.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I meant.
Roadhouse. So I haven't seen the original Roadhouse since like the early 90s, and I recalled almost none of it. And then when I watched it, I don't understand the hubbub about it, I guess.
I don't understand what Wesley. I get it. He likes to shake down businesses in town. I never once did it show him shake down the Double Deuce. So I'm like, why is he still going there? Why is he bothering people?
Yeah, I didn't understand Wesley's point, to be honest. It's almost it made no sense to me.
Well, like when they go to Red's auto shop, they shake him down for like 10% or whatever it is, daily or weekly, whatever it is. But Jasper is a huge town. So apparently he's only shaking down 5 people. So at the end, these 5 people get their revenge. Wesley.
Well, okay, let's set up Roadhouse for people. The original Roadhouse, okay, is about a bar called the Double Deuce. It's a bar / disco, I guess you can call it. And basically, Dalton is a bouncer that is hired to not just be the bouncer. He's like the manager of the Roadhouse. So he's not
cooler.
just like,
that's his job title. He's the cooler.
No, but he's the manager in general.
Oh, he is. Yeah, people. He says he calls all the rules.
He calls all the shots. He's not just the bouncer. He's, he is the guy. And the Roadhouse in the 89 version is a place that I don't know why people would want to go there. It's just like, it's basically just free for all fighting. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's
the same band night after night, a Jeff Healey band. I'm like, all right, dude, we need
to get some
new music in here.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically Dalton is there to protect the Roadhouse from one particular crew. Actually, it's the guys he fired. They come back and they join the bad guy. The movie has a reputation, it's super badass. It's cool, man. It's like the coolest thing you're going to see. And it is a horrible movie. I mean, absolutely just a horrible movie.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I hadn't seen it since it first came out. And when it first came out, I was, holy crap, how old was I? 14. So I may have seen it when I was 15. And back then, the only reason I even thought it was cool is because, well, tits and ass. Lots of tits and ass.
Yeah, there's that. But people made it sound like Patrick Swayze was the coolest dude in the world because of this movie.
No, he's not. Well,
he was super lame.
Yeah, you watch it now,
Brilliant.
you're like, what am I watching? Why am I wasting my time? It's
He got his ass beat numerous
definitely a
times.
2 out of 5. Definitely.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie.
No.
It's for an and we okay. First of all, it's an '80s movie, just barely, I guess, but it's such an '80s movie. Like,
Right. It has all the 80s tropes.
oh
It
my
has
god,
everything you're looking for in the
so
80s.
bad, so bad. I mean, yeah, it's just not a good movie. Um, and then they did a new version of it starring Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's not it's the same but not the same. Um, it's better. At least for me, it's better. I don't know about you. I mean, it's a
No, I
better
liked it,
movie.
man. Totally liked this movie. The
Um,
beginning threw me off a little bit. I was like, what's going on? But then once he gets the glass key, it picks up and no, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
I mean, the old version, it's like the ending was so ridiculous in the old version. Absolutely ridiculous. With the shootout at the house and all that. Just holy shit. It was so stupid.
Well, you think about it, it's an 80s film. You got the one man army,
Oh yeah.
you got TNA,
Yep.
you got the villain who's taking over the town
Yep.
and thinks he's in charge of everybody, and that is your 80s formula.
Yeah, I didn't understand the idea of they wanted Dalton out of the way, but for what? I still didn't get
Yeah, there
it.
was no reason for it. There was no reason for it.
Yeah, it's not like he was trying to like buy off the double deuce, like anything. Like the main bad guy was at the double deuce. Like I didn't understand the point of it. Like it
Where's the
seemed
funny
like
part about that scene that you mentioned it? The scene prior where his goons pick up Dalton to take him to his house. His boss wants to talk to you. Take him to his house. And there's a girl in there doing jazzercise, and she has a black eye. This is the girl who was flirting with Dalton the night before. She now has a black eye. Clearly, she got beat for talking to Dalton. But when Wesley shows up at the bar with his crew, after everyone else ran off, this girl's with him. She decides to do a strip tease. What the hell's going to happen to her now? Is she going to get murdered?
yeah,
For
exactly.
taking her top off and doing a strip tease because she got beat for talking to Dalton. Now she's showing everybody her tits.
The movie is absolutely ridiculous. Everything about it. It's everything. And Dalton is like he's like well known. Like everyone knows who he is. He's a bouncer, but everyone, oh my god, that's Dalton. I'm like, what? Is this like a local celebrity bouncer? Like I
No,
don't
it's
understand.
weird. It's like there's a network of bouncers and coolers apparently in the
Yeah.
Midwest. Everybody knows everybody in this network of bouncers and coolers. It's funny as shit. It makes no sense. I spent a lot of time in the clubs in my days, and never was there a network of bouncers. But
What? Yeah. And Sam Elliott is like the godfather of bouncers. That part was so dumb. I mean, the whole movie's horrible. It's
and
absolutely horrible.
the only backstory you get for Dalton, he's the guy who killed a guy by ripping his throat out. That's his only backstory. That's all you
That's yeah,
get.
that's kind of like the myth. Yeah.
But then he proves it true because he does it to the main
The
henchman
main henchman
near
that
the end after he told him he's fucked guys like him in prison. I'm like,
which I was
he tells
so,
Dalton that. I'm like, how is that a scare tactic?
that was his threat.
Yeah. I'm like,
That
oh,
was that was his threat. I was like, wait, are you gonna
okay.
do that or guys like him, like kind of pretty boys? Like, I'm confused. Why did you say that to him?
No
Like,
idea.
yeah,
Guys
and
with
I'm like,
mullets or just
at
anybody.
that point, you're winning the fight. You decide to stop to say that. Like, okay.
And the
Uh
other 80s trope it had was no matter how good the good guy does, if he beats somebody or kills somebody, the girlfriend runs away. Where the girlfriend
oh yeah.
clearly witnessed him try to shoot him. The bad guy tried to shoot Dalton.
Yep.
Dalton was able to get the gun from him and he killed him. That's self defense. But this girl ran away, like, oh my God, you're a bad guy. I'm leaving you.
The
And he's
whole
standing there,
it's
defeated,
yeah, no.
emotionally and physically.
Horrible movie. And then the new version, Dalton is a former UFC fighter that killed one of his friends in a fight.
Well, that's a little funny too, because they have the whole, oh, I heard you killed your friend, or you killed your friend. So the guy's sitting there watching the video with him. But there's no real connection. You don't really know that he's a friend. That's just what the guy says. He's just another opponent. And he has the same backstory as the other Dalton, as Patrick Swayze. he killed a guy, and now he's kind of like just trying to lay low. And in
True,
this
but
one,
yeah,
I guess the
he-
first one was James Dalton. This one, his name is Elwood Dalton. And that's really
Elwood.
the only Dalton is really the only thing that's going on here. It's the only
Well, and the
thing that's
bouncer
taken over.
aspect of it.
Right, right. And the Double Deuce is actually a restaurant next to the bookstore that he comes into
Yeah,
town in
yeah,
when he gets dropped off at the bus stop.
yeah. I the new version Dalton is 10 times more of a badass.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And he's only a bouncer, nothing else. He's just strictly gonna kick your ass if you mess around in the club. Um, and I mean, he doesn't. It's almost like he doesn't care, like in the sense of he's nonchalant about everything, you know, like so.
And he's making good money too. 5 grand a week.
5 grand a
That
week.
place must be making some great money to afford a guy for 5 grand a week.
Well, here's what I didn't understand. First of all, Post Malone, who clearly did this movie before he lost weight because he looks horrible.
I know, but when
Um,
somebody said, "Hey, Post, we're gonna put you in a movie where you're gonna be fighting, no shirt on," oh shit, maybe I should hit the weights or something.
well,
And the
um,
CGI in that fight made no sense to me.
oh, it was
It was
weird.
horrible.
It
Oh, it
was
was
really
absolutely
weird.
horrible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Um, the I don't understand how the owner of the club or the is it called Roadhouse? What is it
It's
called
called
in the movie?
Roadhouse.
Okay, yeah, that's
Roadhouse.
what I thought. Why she didn't just order hired armed guards, security guards. That's
Yeah,
it.
right. Exactly.
I don't understand why would she want to go out and hunt for like a certain bouncer? Like I didn't understand that either. Just go hire armed guards. Unless she thought the armed guards were gonna be paid off. Maybe that's what she thought. Oh, well, they're gonna be paid off by so and so. But hire armed guards. I don't like it was kind of dumb. But the action's pretty good until Conor McGregor shows up, then it's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, Conor
Um,
McGregor is the worst part of that movie. The
Hands down,
worst.
the
The
worst part of
worst.
that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, even his non-romance in the movie wasn't that good either. They try to kind of redo the nurse
No.
thing. It was
Yeah, yeah,
dumb.
yeah. Yeah.
Part was dumb. Did you notice who played the cop and who played the nurse? Who was the sheriff and who was the nurse?
Yeah, they're both Portuguese actors.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
nurse, or she's a doctor actually, and that's
yeah,
Rat King 2 from the Suicide Squad, James Gunn.
yeah. And the sheriff was the bad guy from Desperado. So
Uh, yeah, and he's also in Shogun.
he is in
He's
Shogun.
also wasn't he also in that what's that
He only
called?
plays
30
bad guys.
Pieces? Silver was that
He was in 30 Pieces. That's
30
right.
Pieces? Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
he's always a
bishop or
bad guy. I
something.
think I've ever seen him as a good guy.
He's always a bad guy.
Always a bad guy.
And then yeah, so those are they're not, again not a lot of well-known actors in this movie. Primarily Jake Gyllenhaal, and he have you noticed he wasn't a producer on the film. I think he
I
just
was
did
looking
this.
for his name in the producer credit, but
I think he
he
did
didn't
it
get it.
for just two reasons. Number one, to do Roadhouse, and number two to get in shape. I think sometimes he does movies just to get in shape. Like it's his reasoning.
Yeah, he was
Like,
jacked. He looked good. He looked
oh
really,
yeah,
really
he
good.
was like he did that boxing movie. Remember that one?
Southpaw.
Southpaw, which made no money, but hey, he got jacked.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean, the new movie's way better. Like, watch it on Prime Video, Roadhouse. There's a lot of action if you want action. The ending is absolutely ridiculous, like just absolutely ridiculous. Why would that customer at the end, when the boat flies through the Roadhouse,
Ask if they're still open.
if they're still open, the place is destroyed,
Yeah.
and then she's
Oh no,
like,
we still got
"Yeah,
a piece of the bar standing. There's a bottle over there. Yeah, we'll serve you.
yeah, yeah." That's what I thought too. She's like,
No
"What?"
problem.
Yeah.
But what I don't
Also,
understand is
yeah,
the bar. I don't know how she's pulling 5 grand a week extra. But why would you go there? And is this the only bar in Glass Key? Is it such a tourist attraction, such a tourist hub? This is
it
the
is
only
super
place to
packed.
go to hang out. And why would you go there? Because clearly there's fights every night. Like why? Like in one of the scenes, the guy starts singing, and right away some guy just goes up there. Hey, stop playing! Hey, stop doing! What are you doing? Stop singing! I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Oh yes, the guy that reaches through the fence.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
The guy goes, "You ready to go to church?" And the song something about,
Oh, that's right. That's he gets
yeah, yeah,
pissed off because the guy's doing like gospel R&B or whatever.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He gets all pissed off. Yeah. But you're right. It's also this guy wants to just buy the place because he wants to open up a resort, right?
yeah. He
That's
wants to
pretty
tear
much it.
everything down and put a resort up.
Yeah. So he's
Sell it.
his final tactic is to scare her away in a sense. Just sell the damn place. Just overprice it, overcharge it. There you go. Just you want it, you have to pay 5 times the price. Sell it. That's it. Like that would have been great if the whole movie you're expecting like Roadhouse and it's just a negotiation for 2 hours. There's
Yeah,
lawyers,
attorneys.
yeah, and accountants. You're like, oh shit, and then Gyllenhaal's really just an accountant
He's an
trying to figure
attorney.
shit
Yeah,
out.
like, hey, you
Like,
gonna
yeah,
represent me? Yeah, gotcha.
would have probably been a better movie. But the I don't know. Like I said, the ending was so bad that the first half of the movie is pretty good, but the ending is so bad. This
Well,
movie.
what killed the ending for me was Conor McGregor showing up at the boat. Nobody told him where it was, but he happened to know where it was. And then I don't know how Dalton got his hands on the dynamite because that was McGregor's dynamite. It was in his car.
No, he had some dynamite the whole time.
Where?
Dalton always had it on. The dynamite.
Where?
He had it when he showed up. He had it in his boat, his little houseboat, everything. He always had dynamite.
Another scene too where McGregor was like driving down the street in that student
Oh
car.
yeah, student loan, whatever,
What
student driver
what
car.
was the purpose of that? It made
I
no sense.
to show that he stole a car or something.
And to
I
show
don't
that he
know.
likes coconuts because he rammed it into a coconut tree and more coconuts fell because he was drinking the coconut water.
Yeah, there's that. He was the worst part of the movie,
He was
hands down.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
hands down. Wasn't
And
Conor McGregor's
I'm sitting there
so
listening
bad.
to him talk. I'm like, are you even speaking English?
Yeah, I
I know
know.
you have what is he, Irish or Scottish?
He's Irish. Yeah, he's Irish.
He has that heavy Irish accent, but it's like, are you speaking English? It was ridiculous.
You know what's crazy though? He got paid $5 million for that role,
Damn.
and he was saying like the most he's ever been paid for anything, fighting, whatever it is. That's the most he's ever been paid. Which is crazy considering he's like one of the biggest draws for UFC, and UFC just pays their fighters shit, just absolute dog shit. So good for him for playing a horrible character. I mean, good. Whoa, another part that threw me off too though was Dalton's calling it quits. I'm out of here. This is bullshit. I want nothing to do with nothing. Oh man, the bookstore got burned down. All right, I'm back. I'm like, what? That's all it took? Okay. Was it the bookstore you cared about, or was the money? Like, what part is it?
I think it was the girl. The girl.
No, it
and her
was. It
dad.
was the idea that his connection. The whole movie was only to the teenage girl running the bookstore. That's it. Like, wasn't Roadhouse or anybody there? He could care less. It was just he saw that and said, "Ah, I'm back in the game." Like, all right. Because same didn't Swayze also kind of give up and he went back into the game? When I recall,
He was gonna leave
he
until they
wasn't really.
killed. Was it Morgan? Is that what his name was? Sam Elliott's character.
Yeah, yeah.
So when they killed Morgan, he's like, all right, well, guess I'm sticking around.
I
'Cause
gotta
he was
get
about to leave.
revenge.
Because remember, even Morgan was like, attaboy. Attaboy. Because remember, he was gonna go to the house and then come back
Yep.
and get him.
Yeah.
And when he came back, is when he found him with a knife in his stomach or chest. And
Well, Swayze got his ass beat at least 3 times. He got stabbed once. And then at the end, he was about to get shot and get killed. And then those other dudes showed up and saved his ass. And there's another thing. They all took a shot at the bad guy with a shotgun, each of them. Then they gave the shotguns all to one guy. He ran off into a room, came back with nothing, and the cops are like, "We good here? Yeah, it's fine." Like, what do you do with all the guns? Like, you just,
they
I
didn't
don't
see
know.
nothing. They didn't see nothing.
Is that what it takes? If the cops don't see it, never
I didn't see
happened.
nothing. No, look, that's what they told the cops. We didn't see nothing.
Oh, that was another thing too. When they all said that, first, you're all here. There's a dead person right there. You saw nothing.
Yeah, he fell through the table. I think
Like,
that's
another
how he
thing I
was when
thought
I got
too.
here. I don't.
And the other thing is,
Yeah.
like, if I'm a cop, I'm like, and why are you all here? That's what I was thinking.
Oh, we
Why-
heard a crash. Dude, we heard glass breaking. We were nearby. We wanted to make sure everything was all right. Turns
Then how
out,
do you explain all the
died.
other dead bodies with bullet holes in them?
oh, we didn't see them.
We just didn't see any of it.
No, we didn't. No,
Yeah.
the five of us, we just came straight to the basement through the side door. There's a side door over there, and yeah, we just.
I mean, that part was so 80s. Like when the cops showed up and they were just like, "Nothing happened here." All right, fellas. Like I was like, okay.
and you know the guy
you
who
got
played
it.
Red in the original Roadhouse. That's he's part of the Memphis Mafia, so he knows
Oh,
how
really?
to cover up. Oh yeah, he knows all about the
yeah.
cover up. Yeah,
Yeah, the dumbest part I thought in the original version was the freaking 4x4
whole movie.
that the fucking car.
The Bigfoot.
dealership. It threw me off. I'm like, what the hell's happening right now?
What's funny is that when he goes outside to see the doctor, she showed up in the Jeep, and the Bigfoot is like in the parking lot.
Yeah,
You should have known, hey man, these guys are here to cause trouble because they belong to the guys who cause trouble. He's like, wait a second, there's a fucking Bigfoot over there. Let me go handle that first. But no,
I
let's
thought,
just drive off.
yeah,
Let's
and who
just
just
go.
casually drives the Bigfoot around?
Apparently,
Just
this was in Missouri. Yeah, Jasper, Missouri.
drives it pretty well too. Parked it like right next to all the
Yeah.
other, smaller cars. And you're right though. I see a guy in a Bigfoot. I'm like, that's trouble. Like, that guy's trouble.
What I want to know is how you're going to get out, how fast you're going to get in.
Yeah.
A tall vehicle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and the best scene I thought in the new Roadhouse was when his very first fight scene outside the bar, when he tells the guys, "Let's go outside."
Yeah,
He just slaps the shit out of everyone. Just
that was
keeps
funny.
slapping
The way
them.
he slaps them like little bitches. He slaps.
Yeah, just keeps slapping them around. Just bah, bah, bah. Like, yeah, yeah.
And what I liked about the character, I like Jake Gyllenhaal, but what I liked about it was that he just seemed so cool and just so like you said, like nothing's disturbing me.
Yeah.
He's almost like it reminded me like of the Hulk, when he said, "I'm always mad." Well, it's kind of like what he's like as well. When you get him mad, or when he breaks and you get him mad, someone's gonna get hurt. And that's what happened in the ring. He killed his buddy. He was mad for some reason, but the whole time he's just totally cool and calm, and everything's just, it's a bright, shiny day, no matter if it's day or night for this character. And he handles his business. That's what I liked about it. Like the way it was played.
Oh, he's always calm, no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tells everyone beforehand, "You sure you want to do that? Because I'm going to do this, this, and this." I'm like, "Oh, wait a second. Is this Steven Seagal?"
He was even
I'm
nice
like,
enough to take him to the hospital.
oh yeah, he took them all to the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, as a matter of fact, the best character was the Mexican guy.
Yeah.
He was super nice all the
Polite
time.
dude.
I've seen him in other things, but I'm like, this dude is
Yeah.
hilarious. He's super nice. I
And
like
when he
what
told
when
the
he,
nurse, "Oh yeah, he definitely broke his arm." He goes, "Oh,
yeah,
you a friend of his?" No, no, I broke his arm. And
yeah. Well, the other
I'm leaving
bit
now.
too, when he sees him leaving the mansion, he's like, "I'm out of here, man. It's a bad idea. I thought I just want to ride bikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I thought this was gonna be a fun little biker gang. I didn't know it was gonna be all this." And, yeah, yeah. Again, if you ever never seen Roadhouse and you know like the myth about Roadhouse and how
Just
Roadhouse
stick
is
to
so
that. Just
badass,
stick to that.
yeah,
It'll
don't watch
ruin the myth if you watch it. It'll actually ruin it.
well, don't watch the original one. It'll
Right,
ruin
right, right.
everything
Don't
you
watch the
think is
ruin it.
cool about
Yeah.
Roadhouse because
There's
it,
nothing
it,
cool
it-
about Roadhouse.
it's a horrible movie.
No.
Just like the first one, you gave it a 2. That's being nice. That's how bad the 80s
That
movie
is being nice. Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a 2
But it's
because it's
because
an
of the
80s
TNA.
movie.
That's why.
Yeah, you do see a lot of titties and ass. Yeah,
Yep.
that is true.
Yeah.
You actually do see quite a bit of it.
A
Yeah,
good
it is
amount.
true.
A good amount.
And the sex scene is way too long.
Yeah, it was dumb. But I mean, the payoff
But
was at
that's
the end where
80s.
she gets out of bed and you can see the butt.
But the 80s was like that. When there's a sex scene in a movie, it's almost like they were like, take advantage of it, show as much
Oh,
as
and
we
I
can,
hated
as long as we can.
Swayze's outfits were so stupid. He kept wearing that karate gi top.
And the sweats.
Oh, and the sweats. And
The
like
sweats.
I don't know if they were like dancer shoes, whatever they were, those black.
His ballet shoes.
Yeah, it's like dirty dancing outfit or whatever
Yeah,
the hell.
yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
Yeah, he looked-
and that dude, if that's the best in shape he could get, I mean, he could have put a little more effort.
I think so. But that's
But,
80. That's 80. Well,
That is no,
that's
you're right.
actually
That's
fit
80s.
for 80s.
Because that's what Seagal looked like.
Well, it was either right. So here's your spectrum. It's Swayze, and in the middle you got Stallone.
Oh no,
And at the end you
Stallone.
got
Well,
Arnold.
I guess you put Schwarzenegger, but Stallone, like after Rocky 1, was yoked.
I know, but then you got
ripped.
Schwarzenegger at the end because Schwarzenegger
true.
was
Well,
huge.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Stallone in the middle, and then Swayze
Swayze
at the beginning.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the that's the whole
That's the 80s
ladder.
spectrum. And
That's the
then
80s
like Van
spectrum.
Damme falls in between Swayze and Stallone.
Yeah, yeah. I put him there. Where you put Seagal at Swayze? Because they pretty much had the same body.
That's
type.
Swayze. Yeah.
They're
He
the same
was in
body
shape
type.
at one time. Now he's just
Yeah.
a fat dude.
Oh well, no, now he's the very bottom of the scale.
Yeah.
He
He's
tips
not
the
even
scale.
on the scale.
Yeah, he fell off the scale. He rolled off the scale.
He's hanging on the edge. Trying to stay
I'll give
on
the
it.
new one. I'll give the new one a 3
3.5.
because the first half is so good until
Yeah.
fucking McGregor shows up, and then it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, how's McGregor an unstoppable machine? It's so stupid. It's so dumb. And when he comes to the bar and like starts messing everything up, I was like, this is so dumb.
With the golf club, I'm like, what do you do?
Yeah, so dumb. Like even the Dalton character, I thought, why is he just watching him with a golf club the whole time? Like he just watched him like just do whatever he wanted with the golf club at first. I'm like, do your job, dude.
Sizing him up, man. He's got to figure him out. Like,
Well,
what's this
remember
dumb
the
man
other
gonna
two
do?
guys tried first. Remember?
Yeah.
And then they got their asses beat. But Yeah, like I said, I give it a 3.5. Like again,
Three and
it's
a
a
half
fun
because it's
movie.
worth a second watch.
Well,
It's a
it's a
fun
fun
movie.
movie.
It's a fun
It's
movie.
but like we were saying, Gyllenhaal didn't want to produce this movie because he knew this shit ain't gonna make no money.
No.
Because they told him it's a Prime movie, Prime Video. He told him off the bat, this is going
Yeah, he
straight to
must have
Amazon Prime.
known. But even if it hit the theater, I mean,
It would have made nothing.
maybe the first weekend if there's nothing else going up against it. But
I mean,
well, maybe it would have because it would have been up against Immaculate. So I'm
well, no,
guessing.
it would have been up against Ghostbusters, right?
Oh, you're right.
Was it right, or was that the past? No, that's right. Would have been Ghostbusters. Came out
Would
the
have been
same week.
Ghostbusters. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, they would have came second.
Oh yeah, would have came second.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ghostbusters, and then try to follow up with Kong versus Godzilla, it would have died. Just died.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, matter of fact, Kong Godzilla out today. So check it out.
But I like Dalton's answer in the new one when those two guys were like, "Hey, the boss wants to see you." He goes, "Well, you know where I work."
Yeah, almost
there
like
every day.
Like, who's this dude?
Yeah,
I know.
shit.
I was like, that's what I liked about his attitude. I'm like,
yeah,
look, man, I'm here for a job. I don't give a shit who your boss is.
like for some reason, Swayze's sitting on his car, just napping or whatever he's doing. Guys show up. Hey, boss wants to see you.
He just goes
All
with
right,
him.
let me grab my rayon suit. Going with you.
Oh, okay. I know. I thought the same thing too. I'm like, why are you going along with this? Like,
yeah.
Such a stupid movie. Roadhouse. And I don't like again.
The Family Guy episode is better than the first movie.
Oh, way better. Matter of fact, Family Guy makes Roadhouse seem like holy shit. I gotta see
like
this movie.
It's cool, yeah.
And then you watch it and go, this is trash. Yeah,
roundhouse kick and everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's opening this weekend. You got Kong, Godzilla, or Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. That's pretty much it when it comes to big movies. That's pretty much it. So, I got nothing else really that's like a big movie that you should probably go check out. Just Godzilla, Kong. Check that out. The New Empire. Check that out. All right, we'll take a break here on Nerds Talking Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, this is Joey Valentine with the Fat Guy Loves Cake podcast, your favorite podcast or soon-to-be favorite podcast.
That miserable little bag of puke.
Shows are 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's observational humor where I talk about things like movies, music, the 1980s, and more. I also talk about subjects I know nothing about, like what women want and how to please them. Not to mention I complain about getting older and fatter.
I'm having chest pain.
3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday with me, your favorite podcast host, Joey Valentine.
This show uses potty words like fucking shit and ass and stuff, so children should not be listening.
Joey Valentine.
Available on all streaming platforms.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking, the podcast. We're here with Carlos and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking, the podcast. And if you're on YouTube, look up Nerds Talking Podcast and turn on those notifications and subscribe as we have new episodes and reviews separate from the show on YouTube. So you can check those out. Our latest review is, what'd you say it was? I forgot.
Madam Web.
Madam Web, man, what a gem. What a gem. We watched too many things recently. So we're going to start off with Netflix's next bet, I would say. It's their next bet. 3 Body Problem, based on a novel. Actually, it has 3 books. Carlos will tell you what it's about. It's a sci-fi show. I can tell you that. But Carlos, what is 3 Body Problem about?
Well, it's about aliens who want to come to Earth. They need a new place to live, but they realize that Earthlings advance faster in technology than they do. And so they're trying to kill scientists in order to stop them from advancing the human race. And so they invent a video game that you put on, like a virtual reality, try to recruit scientists to their side. It becomes kind of a murder mystery at the beginning. And then when you finally figure out what's going on, it becomes something else. Sci-fi, I guess. Not really an adventure, but a sci-fi drama.
But what is the 3 body problem?
Hell if I know.
It's when 3
It's 3
bodies
dead people.
align.
I know.
When the
it's the
sun
suns.
aligns.
The 3 suns.
When it all aligns and
What it does, it takes the planet out of its
Orbit.
gravitation. Oh yeah, its orbit, and it
Yep.
spins it to the other sun, which totally
Yep.
ruins everything. We're trying to figure out how to stop it, but they can't stop it. Their only answer is to leave their planet.
exactly. So that's
head
the
to
3
Earth.
body problem.
They
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be here on Earth in 400 years. So
400
everybody run to the
years.
street and riot and panic and freak out. Yeah, 400 years.
And the cast of Game of Thrones has to figure it out.
That's
there's
right.
like
Well, Fat
5 of
Dude's
them.
dead.
I know he's dead. Yeah, and he's like a rich video game guy, or couldn't figure it out.
No, he attended Oxford, dropped out of Oxford, and started a company called Jack Snacks. He does crisps, as they call them in the UK, potato chips, and things of that.
Oh
nature.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And he's worth 60 million. 60 million.
Oh really? It seemed like his worth. So yeah, I mean the show is okay. It's a little slow. Like you said, at first you're kind of like figuring out what it is. Like, what is this show about? And I was so confused. Even when they started playing the game, I was like, what the hell is this all about? You don't really it's only 6 episodes. You really don't get anything until the third or fourth episode. Like,
I thought it was 8.
was it 8? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
typical Netflix formula. 8 episodes.
Either which way, it's okay. You know, I thought the part that was dumb, like you said, was 400 years until they show up, and they're all panicking now. The main guy, or I should say, the main head of the science world, I don't know, whatever that old dude is, wants to freeze
Wade.
himself.
His name was Wade.
He wants to freeze himself for 400 years. And they said to wake him up once a year for 1 week so he can boss everybody around and then go back to sleep. And I'm like, why do you want to? I understand why you want to be there when they show up, sure. But 400 years, good
Because
Lord.
he feels like he's the only one who can pull this off. Who can
Oh,
put
I
it
know.
all
He
together.
feels like he's the guy that can actually stop it or whatever it is.
Well, my favorite character was Benedict Wong's character. When he first came on the scene and then he started talking, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, this guy can either do a really good British accent or he's British. So I looked him up. I had no idea Wong from the Marvel movies was British. He's a
Yeah,
British
yeah.
actor. Yeah, Benedict Wong.
Yeah. If people don't know who that is, he is Sorcerer Supreme next to Doctor Strange.
Wong.
Wong. Yeah, Wong. There you go.
Wong. He lucked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Character's name is his name.
It's on Netflix called Three Body Problem. It's a sci-fi mystery, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know. I don't know how you advance this story in season 2. You have to jump. I feel like you have to jump way ahead. Like you can't just drop it right back where it is because you have this dilemma of 400 years. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna of course advance technology, but what's the show gonna do? So you would think it's gonna jump way ahead in season 2. So who knows?
I don't know. I don't understand is the wall talkers. That I don't understand because they have to come up with ideas in their head only. Can't write it down, can't talk it
Yep.
out in their head only. Well, shit, man. Sometimes when I tell myself to go pick something up at the grocery store, I forget as soon as I walk in the door. So good luck to that.
Well, also, isn't there already they're already on Earth, right? So
Kinda, sorta.
yeah, that was weird too. Like when the fat guy died, I was like, okay, he's dead.
Oh, that's that Tatiana chick that works for them.
Yeah.
She's an apostle, I guess. She's such a fanatic or radical. But she does whatever they want.
Yeah, I don't. Again, it was okay. I thought it was gonna be something completely different. To be honest, I didn't. When I saw the preview, I didn't get it, and then when I watched it, I was kind of lost at first. Like, oh, okay, and then it just, yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. What would you give it out of 5? I
give it a
mean,
3.
I think a 3 is pretty fair for now. I mean, we'll see where it goes. It's Three Body Problem, Netflix. Check it out. You'll recognize a bunch of the actors, especially from Game of Thrones. I think there's like 4 of them from Game of Thrones, that I recall. And like you said, that Benedict Wong, you'll notice him right away, recognize him right away. Next we saw Netflix Damsel, starring Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. It is a movie, a medieval times type of movie. It's about a princess being married off to a very rich prince, and the family does it because they need money, and they also need shit because their kingdom is basically being, or I said, bare bones. They need help, so they marry off the daughter so that they can get the riches, so they can help their kingdom out. But they don't know that the rich family needs her to sacrifice to a dragon because that's how they keep their whole thing going. Dragon stays dormant as long as they give the dragon a sacrifice. Carlos, what's your take on Damsel on Netflix?
I like Damsel. It was entertaining. It kept me glued to my seat the entire time. Wasn't playing with my phone. It had some weird uh, plot holes, I guess. But no, I liked it. The only thing that threw me off was the end when Millie Bobby Brown all of a sudden had this really short club dress, disco dress, whatever you want to call it. But no, I liked it. It was entertaining. I liked and I liked the look of the dragon. It was so cool. The dragon was so cool. Well, I kept waiting, like, show me the damn dragon. It would never show it to you. It kept flying around. It kept running off. It kept whatever. And it finally showed it to you. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, the thing is, it had like the one note going the whole movie, so I was a little bit bored. Like you knew she wasn't gonna die the whole time,
Oh, sure, of course.
so you're just kind of like, okay, just get to the point with the dragon already. Then it shows like all these other damsels that were killed by the dragon, and how they're kind of leading her, out of the cave, and she finally makes it and tells the dragon, the truth, and then they become best buddies, and now she's the dragon queen. Like you said, she comes out on a new boat, a ship, and she has a cool disco dress on, and the dragon is doing her bidding. It's a lot of CGI, people. This was filmed on green screen, 100%. like like
Oh yeah.
straight
Yeah.
straight green screen, and has some good effects. Like I said, the dragon does look really cool. The dragon talks, just like, what was that movie? The dragon talks. What was that movie with Sean
It
Connery?
was The Hobbit. Oh,
Oh, at the Hobbit too, though. You're right.
yeah.
Oh,
Benedict
Dragonheart.
Cumberbatch was a Dragonheart.
Dragonheart, not Cumberbatch. We're going
Cumberbatch
way
was a
back.
dragon in Hobbit.
Oh, he was. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damsels on Netflix. Like I said, stars Millie Bobby Brown. It's not too long. It doesn't really have action. I wouldn't say it's not an action flick.
No.
What to categorize that?
Adventure, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say
Or
adventure.
adventure, trying to get out of the cave, which
Fantasy. I'd call it fantasy.
fantasy.
Yeah, I'd call it
Sure.
fantasy. And whatever. I give it a 3.
Yeah, it's fair. Better than the game.
Oh, well, yeah. That's not hard to beat. I mean, the game. But yeah, check it out. It's on Netflix. Star Millie Bobby Brown. And then another one we saw. Like I said, we had a busy week. We saw Ricky Stenicki, also on Amazon Prime, just like Roadhouse. Now, Ricky Stenicki has a lot of people in it that you might know, but the main two is Zac Efron and John Cena. And and one more guy. What's the boss's name? He's also a well-known actor. He's from Fargo.
It was William H. Macy.
William H. Macy. There you go. Starring William H. Macy. Those are the main 3 actors you'll notice. So you'll see John Cena plays Ricky Stenicki. The idea of Ricky Stenicki is you got 3 best friends that constantly make up stories to get out of town or hang out and do things, like do guy things, and they use Ricky Stenicki always as their scapegoat. This fake best friend. He's the scapegoat. He's not real. But then one day the wives, they're gonna throw a brisk for one of the characters' babies, and they say invite Ricky, and like, oh crap, what do we do here? And they end up hiring a casino lounge act, and his whole act is he does cover songs about masturbation, and they hire him to come to be Ricky Stenicki, and then he's also an actor. The guy is great. He fits the role perfectly. I mean, he has a whole backstory, everything. And John Cena actually nails it. He's funny as hell in the movie. He's the best part of the movie. And I guess you could say hijinks ensue. It gets to the point where Ricky Stenicki impresses Zac Efron's boss so much that he ends up hiring him at is it a bank? No, it's not a bank.
Financial firm.
The financial firm, yeah. He hires him because he has balls and he knows nothing. But hey, he's getting paid now $250,000 a year, gets his own office, and doesn't know shit. And but it's a funny movie. The second half, it's like Roadhouse. The first half's really good. Second half, not so much. And that's mainly because the way they wrote the movie was it's so cliche. The movie's super cliche. It reminds me of an 80s movie, like cliche. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like big time. So just kind of give you an idea. He gets the job at the firm. The main characters get jealous because they work there as well. But this guy is getting paid more, has his own office, so on and so forth. This is no shit, and they're jealous of this actor they hired. But this actor, he really just wants to be their friend, and he's even legally changed his name to Ricky Stenicki. Like he wants to play the part, but he wants to be the part. Um, and in the end, they basically try to make him lose his job. They try to ruin his life, and it all kind of turns on them. Um, and it's also produced, written, and directed, I think, by one half of the Farley brothers.
Hmm.
If you guys don't know, they did Dumb and Dumber. They did What About Mary? They did what's the other Jim Carrey movie where he plays the cop
Me,
or the
myself,
sheriff?
Irene.
Me, Myself, Irene. Yeah, so they've done a lot of funny movies you might know from the past. Um, and yeah, so what'd you take? What was your take on Ricky Stenicki?
Like you said, the first half was hilarious. It was funny. The second half, not so much. John Cena, I thought did a really good job, man. He can do comedy, but man, he looked old. He looked old.
Oh, he looks old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Efron's got that weird jawline now. Just he kind of looks weird, but
He has a square head now.
yeah, and yeah, no, yeah. He looks,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I liked it. I liked Ricky Stenicki. I didn't know exactly what it was. Somebody had mentioned it to me online and said, "Hey, you should check it out. It's super funny." And so I checked it out. Yeah, it was funny. Check it out. Definitely check out Ricky Stenicki. I mean, the bunch of movies that we saw this last week compared to what we've been watching, is far better. Far better.
Yeah, but see, bad movies are always much more fun to watch.
I think
Yeah,
bad movies are just better to review. 'Cause there's so much shit you can talk about.
Yeah, it's so true.
So
I
much
mean,
garbage.
like this movie, when the guys get jealous and try to get Ricky fired, the movie would have been better if they just went along with it.
Yeah.
Just if they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
were like, "Oh man, look at this guy, man." I think it would have been funnier if they just went along with it and like they were trying to help him out, and he kind of just flubs things up, because he's. But the thing about Ricky is, if you're an actor, you memorize stuff. So he always sounded smart because he memorized a ton of shit, to play Ricky Stenicki.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a method actor.
Yeah,
Character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, it's not bad. Like it's also another 3 out of 5 movie. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got really funny moments. One character of the main 3 friends loves Ricky. Like just like has his back, doesn't want to see him fail. It's the other 2 that want to see him fail and end up turning on him. But again, check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Ricky Stenicki, starring Zac Efron and John Cena. John Cena has actually done quite a bit of movies that have gone under the radar. They don't go to theaters. I don't know if you noticed that. He did one with Jackie Chan
Yeah.
recently
did he?
On Netflix. Yeah.
Oh.
He did
What's the
another
one he did right before this one? I think it did hit the theater, but it has like a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh
Like,
yes, with
really bad.
with Brie Alice. What's her name? Brie
Larson?
No, Allison, the chick from Community. She was on Glow, the main actress.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking about.
I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Alice, whatever. Yeah, that movie was really bad. He did another one. He did a political thriller.
Really?
Yeah, again, you didn't know that, right? See, yeah, he does all these like direct to streaming movies.
Wait, was the one? He did one called Freelance? What's that one?
That's it. That's the one.
Really?
With the really bad one. Yep, I got 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Freelance.
Yeah. He basically is a freelance, like a mercenary hired to protect.
Oh, you're talking
someone.
about Allison Brie.
Allison Brie. There you
Oh,
go.
Christian Slater's in that one too.
Yeah, when he's in a movie, well,
It's got to be good.
you got like if you're
It's like gleaming, it's gleaming the cube all over again.
well, if you're
Yeah.
gonna go to the audition or whatever, who else is in this movie? And they say Christian Slater, just walk out. I think I'll pass on this one. Thanks, though, buddy. Yeah, Christian.
No,
Slater.
I'd have been Christian Slater. Oh, yes. I don't even have to audition. Just give me a role. I'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, I think if Christian Slater's in it, they'll give you any role. They're like, we need more people in this movie. Yeah.
What does it have? Oh, it's got a 6% on Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes.
6%. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, he also did a political thriller.
Oh, that's not on IMDb though. He must have.
No,
I
it's
don't
on
see
there.
it on his IMDb.
Name his last like 10 movies.
Ricky Stenicki, Argyle.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Argyle.
Freelance.
Okay, freelance.
Vacation Friends 2.
Oh,
He
that's
must have,
right. I forgot he did the sequel to that movie. The
he
first one was
must have
funny.
voiced somebody in Mortal Kombat 1. It looks like animation.
Oh, okay.
He voiced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. He was in
That's right.
Barbie.
That's right. Yep.
Hidden Strike. Is that what you're talking about?
That's it. No. Hidden Strike is one with Jackie Chan on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Then Fast X, Die
Nope.
Hard.
What is it called?
Die Hard, the Kevin Hart thing.
Oh, okay. Nope. Yep.
The Independent.
Yeah, there it is. The
Okay,
Independent.
That came in 2022.
Yeah. That was his
And the one
political
before that
thriller.
was The Bubble, where he's Steve, the stunt coordinator.
The Bubble. Don't know that one.
Let's see. The Independent.
The Independent. John Cena.
Oh, what's the
Um,
dude from that HBO show you like?
Larry David.
No. Brian Cox. He's from what the
Brian
one with the Culkin's brother?
Oh, that's right. It's with Succession.
That's it.
No, Brian Cox. Yeah. I saw that movie, The Independent.
I got a 35%.
Yeah, better than Freelance. So.
Well, I don't think. Well, I'm Cena wasn't the main guy. That's probably why it got better score.
He's not the main guy. You're right. He's not. Like his agent told him not to do Barbie because he
Really?
should not ever do cameos. He's a star.
Oh.
I'm like, no.
Nah, let's hold up on that.
I mean,
Yeah.
even Argyle, it's a cameo, really.
Yeah, he's not a star.
Oh, he's not a star in that movie. Yeah, so I don't know. I think he
But
should
even
do more
in,
comedies. Yeah.
Ricky Stenicki, they first of all they dyed his hair, then they also gave him a wig or a toupee or something because he's balding at the top.
Oh,
on his
is he
crown.
ever? Yeah.
And the shot from behind, he had a full head of hair.
No, he needs to do more comedies.
Oh yeah, and do a couple more cameos, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's
Don't be The
funny.
Rock.
Well, Vacation Friends 1 is funny. He's funny in both. He's funny
I've
in
never
both.
seen Vacation Friends.
Yeah, I think those are also Amazon Prime movies. He must have a contract with Amazon because a lot of his movies Amazon. Yeah, John Cena. Yeah, he's in the new Fast and Furious, right? That was the first on the list. I think was the new Fast and Furious.
Fast X.
He has to be because
That's what, he replaced The Rock.
Well, no, remember you know why he's in the movie. You know the storyline. He's the brother of Vin Diesel.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He's Vin Diesel's brother. Yeah.
He was in Fast X in 2023.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. He's a Toretto.
He dies in that movie.
He does?
Yep. Or
His name is
does
Jacob.
he? Dun dun dun. That's
Toretto.
just it. Does he die? Dun, dun, dun.
But they only brought him in because The Rock didn't come back.
Well, remember he's in Fast 9. He's the villain.
Who is? Cena?
John Cena. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I don't watch these stupid movies.
Oh, they're horrible, but he's the villain in Fast 9.
Yeah, there are quite a few people in this one. They had Alan Richardson who was in it too.
Oh, they have a
Jason
ton of
Momoa.
people. So Alan Richardson is one of the bad guys also with Momoa. Yeah. Yeah. Forgot about Momoa. Yeah. And then you didn't see it, but it ends in a cliffhanger. Yeah.
I bet they all have cliffhangers.
But it's a cliffhanger where there's no way Vin Diesel's character can ever survive, but you know he's going to. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know why they keep making them. I mean, they keep making money, I guess, because
Dominic Toretto.
they are outlandish fucking movies. So yeah. Huh. Interesting.
We got 8. Let me see. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Vin Diesel's upcoming.
Oh, okay. What does he
The
got?
Machine.
The Machine.
What is? Oh, actually, he's a producer though. So, well, I guess he just produced. I'm sure he's in it though. A War Hero 3.0. An
Okay, that's
untitled
good.
Fast and Furious film.
Well, yeah, okay.
A Riddick movie.
Really? Why?
Merc City.
Oh, okay.
Here's another one that's a Y. This is a Y. Triple X 4.
Wait, 4? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. He came back for a third one and nobody watched it. That's
Because
right.
Ice Cube was in part 2.
No, I know, but they did a third one and no one gave
Oh,
a
they
shit.
did. Oh,
Yeah.
something called Muscle. And then in 2025, we get Fast X Part 2. I didn't know it was a split. I didn't have no idea it was a split.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You know why? Because it was supposed to end on 12 movies. That's why.
Oh, they're
Makes-
going
that
to do the
makes
Harry Potter
sense.
thing?
Yeah. That's why. That's
Sweet.
right. That's right.
Sweet.
Vin Diesel, man, that dude. If it wasn't for fast movies, he wouldn't. I mean, he still does. No one watches his movies, but still. I mean, come on, man. Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's like, has he ever really been popular? Like, like a movie like outside of Fast? No, not really. You know, but he's been in two really good movies, The Boiler Room and Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I guess. Yeah. When he turned into an action star, he got worse as an actor. Yeah. So, oh well. What can I say? No one. I could care less to watch anything Vin Diesel's in. So, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why they make a big deal that Vin Diesel is the voice of Groot. I'm like, who cares?
Anybody could.
Well, anybody could have done that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could have just paid like Batista's double salary or something just to do it. Like,
Yeah, hey, just say I'm Groot. Okay. So, yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Also this weekend, if you're into wrestling, WrestleMania. There you go. The Rock is wrestling at WrestleMania.
Who's he wrestling? Cody?
The Rock and Roman Reigns are tagging up to fight Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Oh.
So I already told you how Jake Gyllenhaal wants to play Batman in the new Brave and the Bold.
Play Batman, yeah.
And he came out
Apparently
recently.
he auditioned for the Chris Nolan Batman.
Yeah, and Chris Nolan called him personally and said, sorry, buddy, you're not getting the role. But maybe Nolan will call Gunn and be like, hey, man, he's perfect. You want an older Batman? Because this Batman's supposed to be a little bit older in the Brave and the Bold. So it's like, there you go. Great shape.
Yeah, they
he's a
kept
good
doing
actor.
that Alan Richardson
No, he's too big.
talk. He's too big. He's way too big.
Way too big. Yeah, way too big.
Yeah.
He would be a good Hawkman. And then also, Bad Boys, was it
Oh, my
4?
4.
Yeah, Bad Boys 4.
Do
Ride or die.
Ride or die. Ride or die.
So Bad Boys 4 dropping June 5th. That just dropped. The trailer just dropped.
I should have gave Chris Rock a role.
Chris Rock?
Yeah.
He's horrible. Oh, because yeah. If you haven't seen Quiet on Set, the story about Nickelodeon's heyday, and the problems on set with basically pedophilia, they're gonna drop a 5th episode because there was supposed to be 4, but now they're doing a 5th episode, coming out April 7th. So there you go. Drake Bell, who spills the beans in episodes 3 and 4, comes back for episode 5. So who knows what's gonna happen?
Well, he's the one who started talking about all this in the beginning, from what I understand.
Oh yeah,
he came out and said this is like a couple years ago though.
It was a couple years ago. Yep. But it's wild. I mean, it's crazy. It's yeah. Just the way things oh yeah, no, I'm telling you, just when you're a child actor in Hollywood, I mean, you better have somebody by your side 24/7.
Well, it's like what Corey Haim, which one's alive?
It was Feldman.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, he's the one who was saying the same thing. He was saying that this was going on. Nobody was believing him because he's just a kid. Yeah, it's totally going on. And
oh yeah, he constantly would say that basically he'd be molested.
Yeah,
and how no one would listen to him.
And the other Corey was more molested, I guess you could say, or taken advantage of more because he was a cuter little kid or something like that. But yeah.
Even Keenan
dirty.
Keenan Thompson, who was on the show all out, and he was of course on Keenan and Kel, created by Dan Schneider, the really well-known producer of Nickelodeon during the time. He produced a lot of those kid shows. He's come out and said it's a very tough subject to talk about. He said, because I can't really speak on things that I never witnessed. And he said never really saw happen. And basically saying that these things happened way after I left, basically. He was no longer like part of these shows. So, but he did say they should keep investigating because things like that shouldn't be happening. It is kind of wild though. I'm telling you, watch it it's on HBO, called Quiet on Set. And it really is shocking to hear what Drake Bell has to say. Absolutely shocking. And not surprising though, because again, this has been rumors in Hollywood for a while that there's all these child predators that they're scoping out their next victim and they're basically grooming them.
And those so-called pedophile parties that they have.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's one of those things where when you're a kid, you're you're gonna be trapped in a web of you want to be famous. I'll keep you famous. Matter of fact, I'll even get you all the parts you want. But and then fill in the blank. And a kid will do anything to be famous. I mean, that's what you learn from this show. Is
Right. And one of the mothers was pretty much said it how it was. I mean, it's like they don't want to say anything either because
oh
they
yeah.
don't want their kid thrown off the show.
When she said that, I was like, that is
Yeah.
wild. That
But
is
not only
really
that,
wild.
I'm sure the kid was the only one bringing in that kind of money too, though.
That's what it
It
was.
was the income, not just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kid being thrown off. If the kid gets thrown off the show, there's no income.
Yeah, and that's really what it was. Is these parents that don't want to say anything, it's because of that reason. It's because they basically don't work. They live off the kids.
Right. They're either the kid's agent or manager or
Uh-huh.
something
Yep.
to that effect.
Yep. Yep. And then that way they know if they turn anybody in or say anything, they're gonna get booted, from the show. One of the kids ended up getting booted because the mom is so overbearing, but she was making points. She was saying basically her kid is the black kid on the show, and she was saying, why is it the very first skit you make him do, he's running around acting like he's selling drugs on the street when he's really trying to sell like candy or something like that. And then every skit he does like a stereotype of like a black, whatever black criminal or whatever. Every skit he was in, and the mom brought it up, and they're like, you know what? We don't need you anymore. And if you go, he got to go too. And of course, the son resented it forever. He's like, bitch, mom, like, why did you like bitch all the time? I'm the one making the fucking money here. And I was kind of like, hey, he does have a kind of a point. He's just a kid. Like, he don't give a shit. Like, he's just playing a part. Like, it's not going to ruin his life. You're going to bitch about like the stereotypes and all that, but he's making all the money for the family, essentially. Like, you fucked that up. So, I don't know. It's wild, man. Like, hear it all the time. Hollywood stories all the time. I mean, there was somebody else that another famous person said the same shit. I forgot who it was, but same shit. It's basically saying, we're basically being groomed,
Yeah,
to
apparently Bryan Singer was a pretty good groomer.
that's what I hear too. Yep. That's why he's not around anymore. That's why he doesn't do anything
Yeah.
anymore. Because when that shit came out, he basically got blackballed from Hollywood.
Yeah.
So Bryan Singer literally doesn't do anything. And, if you guys don't know who that is, he's the director of The Usual Suspects. That's kind of where you know him from.
X-Men,
Oh, that's right. X-Men movies and Superman Returns.
Superman Returns.
Yep.
So he did X-Men 1 through 3, I think.
I don't know. I don't think he did 3. I think he did 1 and 2.
Or was
And
it
then he
3
left to
where
do
he
Superman.
traded spaces to go do with Superman?
Yeah, and then he went back, remember?
Then he went back, yeah.
He went back to do the sequel to First Class, and it sucked. Like, he ruined
It
that whole
sucked
franchise.
balls, yeah.
Yeah. He ruined
First
everything.
Class was done by, was it Matt Vaughn?
I think so, yeah.
That was such a good movie.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the best X-Men movie.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Yeah. And like what Marvel's trying to do, it has to capture what that First Class did. It was so good. But we'll see. We'll see because I think Deadpool's going to set up a lot of X-Men stuff. I think it's going to. They're trying to say Deadpool's going to kind of retool the MCU's what do you call it, multiverse. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Hopefully it's cool. I'm hoping it. Even James Marsden recently came out and he's like, I can't tell you anything. I don't know anything. I'm like, yeah, it just means you're in the movie.
But he's in it. Yeah, he's Cyclops.
Yeah, of course. And so we'll see. Like I said, I'm super excited for that movie. More than most, for sure. Tom Cruise started filming the new Mission Impossible. So
Mission
get ready,
8.
people.
Yeah, Dead Reckoning Part 2.
It's coming, as he's already this. I like how they released a screenshot of him, and it's him running on the street because it's Tom Cruise. You got to be running somewhere. So check that out. And then did you end up seeing that movie I keep telling you about, Late Night with the Devil? Nope.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Ah,
No.
yes. Well, check it out. It's not a scary movie. I can tell you that. It's literally watching an episode of late night television. I'll tell you what it is. You're watching an episode.
Is it worth the 100% it's gotten on Rotten Tomato?
It's weird. It's not mainly because of they act like this is the scariest movie you're gonna see. It's not scary whatsoever, like at all. Like at all. It has like no scare factor to it. It's It's not what I don't know what people thought. It's good and it's original, but it's not scary whatsoever.
Maybe people thought another Australian flick, another Australian horror. Maybe it's gonna be like Talk to Me. Talk to Me was so good. If you haven't
Yeah,
seen
Talk to Me
yet,
is
check that out.
ridiculous.
Talk to
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
is so good.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
This one, again, it's cool. Basically, it's about a late night show. It's second place to Carson. He's trying to do anything to beat Carson, so he tries to do like a Halloween night, Halloween special, and he invites like a medium. Then he invites somebody that wrote a book about a girl that was possessed, and he brings the girl with her, or she brings the girl with her that was possessed.
Mm.
And then he brings somebody that he's a skeptic, so he basically debunks everything. So he debunks the medium. He tries to debunk the girl and the book writer and all that. So that's what he's there for. And you're watching a whole show. So between commercial breaks, you're seeing like the backstage and the
Oh,
producers,
okay.
and,
Okay.
and all that. So it's cool. Like it's really well done. It's not scary whatsoever. Like zero. It's a good movie, but it has no scares.
Got
But
it.
again, it's good. The possession part of it is different than anything you've seen before. That I can tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. They actually show you like what the so-called demon is final look and what it's trying to accomplish. Right? Unlike any other movie, like that doesn't really ever reach that point. So there's that, I guess, but it's like I said, it's not scary. So check that out in theaters. What else you got for me? Anything? No?
I got nothing, man.
Oh, well, baseball starts, so watch baseball if you want. There you go. Baseball started. So play ball. Play ball. Play with my balls. Play ball. Play ball. Oh, the Thunderbolts have started filming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Wow.
Thunderbolts. Well, they're in pre-production, but all the actors said they're all getting suited for their costumes. So they're
Okay.
definitely going to start filming in probably like a couple weeks. So there's the Thunderbolts. Oh, have you been watching X-Men 97?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Animation, really well done. Really well done. So there's that.
I don't understand Magneto's M on his costume.
Oh, that's what he has in the comic.
That's dumb.
It's just it's for Magneto.
He knows his name.
Does he?
Yeah.
I forgot his real name. What's his real name? You remember what his real name is?
Eric
Nah, I forgot
von
what it is.
Schlippenschlapper.
Eric. That's right, Eric. Eric, yes. I forgot about that. Eric. Anyway, X-Men 97. If you're a fan of the X-Men cartoon from 1992, check out X-Men 97. It's a continuation. It's on Disney Plus. So check that out.
Eric Lenscher, also known
Eric
as Magneto.
Magneto. Did you see Dune 2 yet, by any chance?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
Steven Spielberg says it is one of the greatest sci-fi movies you'll ever watch. So, hey, there you go. Spielberg. Take it or leave it. Grain of salt. I don't know. What do you think when people say things like that? Oh, my God. Like when somebody you think is very like significant in Hollywood and says, you got to see this. This is the greatest thing ever.
But to me, nobody in Hollywood is significant anymore. I don't care what their opinion is.
It's weird how that doesn't really work anymore, right?
No, maybe it does for like the teens and the tweens.
I don't think it
So
does.
that's
I
for
think
them?
that's the least crowd that it matters to.
Probably because they're like Stephen who?
Well, that and I think they're so consumed with,
TikTok,
I mean, social media,
YouTube,
honestly.
yeah.
Social media changed everything when it comes to younger people. Like everything. Like they don't care they don't care as much for sports. They could care less for TV, you know what I mean? Like must watch or whatever we call must watch, they're not really into it, you know what I mean? All that they're just glued to their phone. That's it.
Yeah.
Glued to the phone.
Yeah.
So they could care less about this stuff. So yeah. So it does look good though. It does look good.
I saw some guy trapped in time today.
Really?
Yeah, I saw an older gentleman walking. Guess he was going for like his daily walk. He had a pair of headphones on. I didn't notice it until he's ready to cross the street, and he turned, and in his hand, he had a Discman.
Oh yeah, that dude is from the future. No, well, he's from the past.
Stuck
Yeah.
in time.
How old was this
He
person?
had man, maybe 60s. He didn't look that old.
Oh,
Mid 60s.
okay. 60. Let's see. 60.
Yeah.
A Discman is from like the late 80s, early 90s. No, more like early 90s.
Oh, early to mid 90s.
So that means he's listening to something when he was probably like in his late 20s. I'm trying to think what he'd be listening to.
That's not available on digital. Come
Well,
on.
you said, but he has a Discman though.
I know, but I'm just saying, is not what he's listening to available on digital?
Oh, for sure, 100%, 100%. But maybe he doesn't want to get a subscription.
Ooh, maybe he doesn't want to be tracked. Oh, maybe I didn't. He was wearing a baseball hat, so I don't know if maybe there was a tin foil hat underneath it.
Hmm.
But
But yeah, I guarantee he probably has 1,000 CDs at home,
oh yeah,
and he doesn't.
doesn't
Oh
know how to
man,
rip them. Doesn't
when
know
those
how
things used to skip, the worst. Oh, can you still buy Discman? Can you still buy it?
the thrift shop. I'm sure. You
Like
can
if
get
you
them
want
online.
on
Can you get them on
Amazon, do you think you
Amazon?
can get them? Like,
Let's take a look.
all right, we're gonna Amazon it. There we go.
Let's see.
Let's see. Disc.
Discman CD player.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It just canceled my Amazon subscription.
You know what?
You can.
You can
1950,
get them.
2095.
Wow. Wow,
But they're
you're
all like
right.
non-brand because nobody makes them anymore.
Yeah, they are all these all non-brand ones.
Brand.
Wow, who would ever buy one? It's so wild.
Most expensive, 39. Oh, nope. I found one,
No, I see one for
59.97.
$45. Has Bluetooth.
$60.
$60. What? Wait, what?
Looks like it's
What
made
does
out
it?
of wood.
What the hell? $60. What does it come with?
Nothing.
I mean, not
Long-lasting
come with. I
battery,
mean, what are the
includes
features? I
headphones,
mean, what are the features?
radio
on
FM compatible, MP3 CD player portable,
it?
Bluetooth,
Really?
ideal for cars. Yeah, put that in your car. Come on,
Hmm.
gonna skip.
That's crazy. Oh, look, this. Oh, I found a USB cassette player.
Oh shit.
$32. This one looks freaking cool too. It's a USB cassette to MP3 converter,
Mm.
portable Walkman, audio music player, tape to MP3 converter with earphones. No PC required. So basically, you put your tape in it. It converts everything to an MP3 and then saves it to the actual. Oh, and it has a USB stick on the side. You stick the USB into it, and it saves all that tape onto as MP3s. Well, you can use it as a regular Walkman. That's crazy.
Mm.
Walkmans
Mm.
are cool. Yeah,
Mm.
Walkmans are cool. I guess you can buy them. You could buy cassette players and freaking yeah. I mean, yeah, you could buy freaking a cassette man and a disc man. That is wow. I wonder who. Oh, I guess that guy's buying one. I was gonna say who's buying it. But I
That
guess
guy
that guy's buying it.
probably he probably gets them once a month from Amazon and just keeps breaking.
Just it's crazy.
$20. Get it 20.
That's something that'll never come back. Huh. Well, I have a lot of CDs too, so I still don't know what to do with them. No,
No, so do I. I have mine.
I
But
feel like just
because they're in storage, I just need to get them out of storage so I can finally rip the ones I really want.
But don't you have a subscription for music somewhere?
Amazon
Well,
Prime
then
comes
why-
with music.
That's what I mean. I don't fucking rip CDs. Like, I mean, there are some CDs that are not on digital. That I
Yeah,
have.
there are
You
not.
can't. They don't like certain like, especially rap CDs where the artist won't put them out, or they don't have the rights anymore, and the record label that does, for some reason, won't put it out. So, which I don't understand that, but hey, is what it is. Anyway, that's all we got. So, that I got nothing else for you. That's all. You done? You good?
I'm good. Go get your
Yeah, good.
discs out of storage, everybody.
Yeah, there you go. So, for Carlos.
Bye-bye.
Man, oh, that's me. I was gonna say four, and nobody else. That's a short one. Thanks for tuning in. There's Talking to Podcast. We'll see you next time.